Got a low mintage 1972 with the standard high sitting echidna. There's a variation of these, and there's a low sitting echidna which is donated by being closer to the rim, and of course this one has got a wider gap. 72 they made dies. The echidna is exactly the same size on the low and the high, but 72 they made dies, and the common one is the high sitting echidna. So it was basically offset and set higher up here. And then when they remastered it, they obviously decided, or whoever made them, they set the echidna down lower. And so the echidna sits lower, but it's not the same. It's the 86, 85, 87, where there's a small and large echidna. These are just been set differently. One set in the die lower, which is the rarer one, and one was set in the die higher. There's only 8 million. On the 1987, as well as the 85 and the 86, there are a variety in them, and it's the echidna on the back. And there's varieties with each of those years. This one here is the large echidna. He's taller, but you can always tell just by the distance of the SD to the rim that it's a large echidna. And I'll show you small echidna so you can see the difference. And you can see with this echidna there's a big difference between the rim and the SD. There's also a difference here, but that's a small echidna, large echidna. You can find small echidnas on the 87. If you're looking for anything, 87 in the small echidna, find them. They're worth big dollars for sure. In circulation, very hard. The 86 and 85 also have the same two echidnas. So in the 1985, the large echidna is the scarce. The small echidna is the standard in the 85. In the 86, the small echidna is the scarce and the large is the standard. And in 87, you've got the small echidna is rare and the large echidna is standard. So the ones you want to look for is the 1985 large echidna, 86 small echidna, and 87 small echidna. You will find the 85 and 86 only in mint and proof sets, and I've found them in both. So look for the small echidna in the 87, small echidna 86, large echidna 85. 85, 86 only in mint and proof sets. They didn't release them into circulation. 87 into circulation. And then this one is one that is extremely hard to find. One of the hardest coins to find, I tell you. And what it is, it's a 2001 Platypus 20c piece, and it's got the small SD initials in here. I'll do a close-up. So they have standard, you could call it large SD, they are largest SD on the standard on the 20 cent, but they also had them with small SDs. No mintage figures on how many they did with the small SDs. So small SD on the 2001, they're extremely scarce. So I'll show you that up close. So that's the small SD on the 2001 Platypus design, and I'll show you now the standard SD on the 2001, and it's just massive in comparison. So I'll try and put them two together. Well, you can see the large one down the bottom and the small one on the top. So they're sort of got it roughly close because they're higher than each other. It's hard to focus in on both the different lengths from each other. So yes, you can see the small design on the right and the standard design on the left. Extremely hard to find, rare. Go check your 2001s and see if you can find that small SD. So very nice. It's a 2004 pointed A variety coin, they call it. On the left here we've got a normal 2004 small head. Legends away from the edge there a fair bit. 2004 20 cent. They made 71 million of them. This one here is a 2004, what is commonly known as a large head, more known as a pointed A 20 cent. But it is a large head, you can see the head difference, so a lot of people call them large head, I still call them the pointy A. Anyhow, so that's it, that's what they are. The reverse is a platypus design. The scarcity of these, well, they made 400,000 of them, that was all. But if you're lucky, 1 in 200 you'll find of these. Very, very, very scarce. So, and the history of it is, the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra decided to try using a laser cut die, okay? This one was laser cut, and so it was an experimental coin. But this was done with a laser cut die. And so it is different, and the A is what gives it away, and the big head. The 2000 Millennium, and it's got the Incuse flag on it. So that's a $20, $25 coin, could even be 30 bucks, that one, easy. And what it is, the flag here is Incuse. So Incuse means to be in all of these letters and everything else is obtuse. That means to sit on top. So these are incused and the stars are incused because they sit in. So that flag is incused along the bars, and that star there is bigger and it's smooth on the bottom. The standard one here, the flag bars are sitting obtuse. They're sitting flat with this obtuse object. And the star is smaller and it's rough inside. They're extremely hard to find, very scarce. So look out for them. I'll do that up close on with the other one so you can see the differences. That's what you're looking for. There's where your money is in your change, if you want to call it that. Be hard to find your change, but if you look through noodling, it can pay off. If you get these, you know, if you had 10 of them, you know, it's a good payday. And again, put these away for another 10, 20 years. You know, they're just going to keep going up. It's a large, and this one is a small design. You get one small for every 2 or 3 large. Alright, so we'll get up nice and close. So you can see easily here, the top one is the small design and the bottom one is the large. And you can see the distance, you know, 0.7, 0.3, 0.4 mil difference. The width here is shorter than the width on that one. See if I can get them. But that is wider just there than the width on that one. So there's that. I will turn it around to the prongs. Okay, so I've turned it around to the tridents, and you can see the prong on this one is longer than on that one. So that's the other way to tell. And you can see also the D's on the dollar, and you can see the distance there between the D and the rim edge. So the small design, large design. Yeah, so look for them and try and see if you can get 2 in really nice condition. A little bit of a search for them, but they're out there.